Wolves.
Ooh, okay. Space Wolf, I don't know where to put them. You remember where we have them?
I think B.
Okay, so it wants to be a melee army in a game that wants to shoot. Mm-hmm. What's their thing?
Their thing is that they can.
If you can run and charge.
And charge.
Yeah, run and charge is good. And then if you can't run, you get +1 weapon skill on the turn instead. That sounds really good. Except for I feel like if you're running and charging, you're not using half your unit strength as shooting. Or if you want to do melee, but you're running across the field, you're going to die. So either you're coming out of a transport or you're a fast-moving squad anyway. So I don't know if running and charging is all that big a deal. The +1 weapon skill is pretty good. Mm-hmm. But I want to point out, like, this is not like Wolf Space Wolves. I've played against them plenty. I don't get them because I'm terrified of them, but never seem to lose against them.
Yeah.
They have
+1 weapon skill is huge because it's +1 weapon skill to stuff where it matters, like Terminators. Which can be great
on Cataphractii Terminators.
Yeah,
I think Tartarus Terminators are just better in 2.0 than Cataphractii. I'll lose 1 invuln for the ability to get +1 to move and run, and not -1 reaction movement.
I think it depends on what you're trying to get them to do.
Hold. I don't know if holding is all that big a deal.
Holding, playing bodyguard. I think
bodyguard is different, but Chosen Warrior is really powerful. They do have one of the best reactions in the game. That's if anything moves within 12 of them, they can just do a charge.
Yep.
That's so good.
Because it does that paranoia thing we were talking about before. I don't want to move because I know what's going to happen.
Well, there are plenty of games where it's like, okay, it's turn 2 now, turn 3 now, I gotta play Jurassic Park. As long as nobody moves, they can't see us.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, though.
So nobody moves. But you just stand there and shoot them all to death. That's the downside. So they have a special console that is it a console? Well, the psychic power that gives a 3-up shrouded. I'm like, come on, that's nuts. Like, why is that so good? I'm like, oh, wait a second. If you have night vision, which is stupid easy to get on any of your guns, you ignore it. So that's nothing. Rights of War don't seem all that great. There's the one that has to, like, there's like weird restrictions.
There's one where they have to be the allied, which is
that's the one.
Fluffy. And I could totally see myself like making a detachment of Space Wolves, but just for that.
Well, I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying I don't get them. Their frost weapons seem not great.
Yeah,
I'll pay more for. I don't know.
Is
Reaping Blow.
Reaping Blow. Yeah, I'm not impressed by Reaping Blow.
They have one of the best Primarchs in the game, hands down, for fighting anything. Absolutely anything. He's the beast. Love him. He's exactly what he should be. I can't stand the Wolfkin because Luca makes me kill his dogs. I hate that. Sure. That's a big negative for me.
Yep.
Death Sworn. Luca doesn't like them because they're heavy, and they're only weapon skill 4. So they get weapon skill 5 on the charge. I get it. Their Death Sworn do seem uninteresting. Because they're only weapon skill. If they're weapon skill 5 and heavy, okay, I'd make an argument for them. But they're weapon skill 4 and heavy, so they get weapon skill 5 when they charge, but they can't run and charge. So they're just inferior and elite fighters with counterattack and stubborn.
Essentially, just
and a bunch of other rules, but
artificer armored destroyers.
They're I could have swore they had Chosen Warrior. I thought the Varangard had Vargear had Chosen Warrior.
No, but Vargear I still think are one of the better Terminators in the game at the moment.
Why is that?
Just their set of rules. Because I was with an Alpha Legion player the other day, and we were going through like best Terminators to probably steal, and they're definitely up there because I forget what it is. I forget all their rules, unfortunately. Do you have them in front of you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Lord's Bane, Hammer of Wrath 2, Stubborn, Counterattack, Fear. They have Fear.
Yeah.
Okay. So Lord's Bane, Maul's the special rule can issue challenges, so they can issue a challenge every turn. While Russ, that's why they're really good. They're amazing with Russ because they can I don't want to fight Parabo with Russ. I'll deal with him later. I want to kill all 5 of his robots. So I'll
Right.
have this guy challenge, and somehow I whip killing the robots. Well, this guy will challenge next turn. I'll do next turn. So that is a very powerful ability. But again, this to me comes down to, oh yeah, they buff Rust, not Space Wolves.
Yep. Which he doesn't need any buffing.
Gray Slayers, not okay. I sure good, bad. I don't know, not bad.
It's cool that they have shields.
Gray Stalkers, like Geiger, cool. Like it's all to me. This is where I stand on Space Wolves. They do one thing very well, and that's follow Russ. And he's terrifying. He carries them. But I think without Russ, they tend to get shot to death too much. They have no. Okay, sorry. You have to have, in my opinion, you have to have movement, shooting, melee. You have to all these things to play the game well. But if you're gonna lack in one area, it can't be shooting.
Yeah.
And that's what they do.
Not only do they lack in shooting, but they actually even give up their shooting to do their special trick.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so B tier. Like, is Rust enough to bump up to A? Absolutely. But that's not a fair thing, so I say leave him in B.
Real quick. See you later, Todd. Thanks for hanging out.
Later, Todd.
Yeah, B tier. Because their big thing in first edition was that, like, I think it was like every 5 could take a power fist in their troop squad. Their Gray Hunters or Gray Slayers, whatever they were in first edition. But now that's so expensive that it's not worth doing.
Yeah.
So,
So Jan said their wielders were better. I agree.
Yeah, absolutely. But also look who we have in C tier. So.
Exactly.
But yeah, they are the definition of a one-trick pony to me.
Yeah, I agree. Thoroughly agree.
But they literally sacrifice everything else to do it.
Having Rush within 12 inches of you is terrifying. So you just shoot him.
Yeah, and if you're playing a game where Rust can't be brought,
but like they're not bad. Like they don't belong in C tier, like at all. Okay, so I'm gonna put them in B, but I have to put them at the top for now.
Sure,
because they're the first thing there.
A and B, so yeah.
And sorry, we left White Scars in B. You want them below Space Wolves, right? I think White Scars are gonna make a mockery of Space Wolves.
I actually like. I'm thinking Scars are better than Wolves at this point.
Thank you. Okay, I love it
because that +1 movement is so.
I love
huge.
it. It's White Scars about. Thank you. Okay, we have some people agreeing. I love that.
Yep.
But just because you agree with me doesn't mean we're right. I can be very wrong.
True.
My arrogance is a facade. Okay, who is next? Next is going to be